I know exactly what teachers are like, and I'm sure they'll be stressing trying to get here in time, so I will stall for another minute or so. But welcome to today's session. Really excited to have you here as part of a three-part series talking all about Brisk and how you can use it in your classroom. If this is your first time hearing about Brisk, this is going to be great. It is one of those tools that you will very quickly want to use all the time. And if you are a Brisk user already, you might take away some tips. Definitely the second session is like mind-blowing what Brisk Boost can do. This is more of your introduction, which is really great if you are getting set up. Very curious if you have used Brisk before, pop that into the chat. If this is your first time hearing about Brisk, would love to know as well. But we will have some time to have a play, because I know we all like to do, teachers like to learn by doing. And yeah, hopefully get you set up and started on your journey with using Brisk. A Brisk newbie, oh, good job, Louisa, great work. You'll definitely get some Brisk ideas today, starting off. So we will get started. If you would like the slides, there's this bit.ly link up here, and real rookie, I should have copied it into the chat for you, but I will type that in here right now. And you should just be able to click on it, and then you'll be able to have a copy to look up of the slides on your screen as well. So have used and have the paid version, but don't have time to explore properly. Amazing. And a quick session intro. Awesome. Cool. Fantastic. Well, hopefully this will give you a little bit more of an intro so that you can see some of its impact and how you can use it in the classroom. But very quickly, my name is Jordan. If we haven't met already, lovely to meet you and have you here today on a Monday afternoon, which I know it's like first day back of the week and you're already here, so you guys are amazing. I am based here in Auckland, and I was so lucky this year I got to go over to ISTE in America and work with the team at Brisk. I got to see some of the new changes coming, some of the updates, and I've been using Brisk now for over a year. And it's one of those tools that like I keep coming back to because I strongly believe in what it's for, how it helps teachers, its educational impact. And I was talking to the team and I said, hey, how about some sessions and webinars for this side of the world? And they were like, yep, cool. So I am wearing my Brisk Club little jumper today. But yeah, lovely to meet you and have you here in our session. So this one here is a beginning session. So there's not going to be a whole lot. I'm not going to go too deeply into too many of the complicated tools. We're just going to start nice and easy. A little bit of the knowledge behind it, how you can get started, so where to find it, and then we're just going to look at the create, because the create is so big. You can do so many things with the create, and it's always such a great way to get started, to just seeing all of the opportunities and to just have a go. So I'm not going to dive too deeply, definitely an introduction, but enough that you will sort of inspire some thinking for you to go away and be like, oh my gosh, yes, I want to try this like right now or tomorrow. So a little bit of the knowledge behind it, and it was funny. I actually came across it on TikTok. So it's funny how the world works and how social media works. And I saw it in a reel and was like, what even is this? And then last year I went over to America for ISTE, and that's where I first met them in their very tiny little booth. And they just sort of launched the product, and just seeing how it has grown in the last year has been amazing. So Brisk is a Google Chrome extension. So it sits within your Google browser, and it works alongside whatever you've got, whatever you're using, whatever you have open. So whether that is Google Docs, Google Sheets, YouTube, Google Drive, anything that is inbuilt, it is launched within that. You'll actually see it on my screen here currently at the moment. There's that little Brisk little bee just down there, and that it sits there all the time. So it's constantly open, ready to go to help you with your outcomes, with whatever you're wanting to get set up and use in your classroom. So we're thinking planning, okay? And I know when people think about AI, they're like, oh yeah, cool, it can generate me lesson plans. Yes, it can. So nice and simple, it can generate you some really great lesson plans. It can generate you feedback, differentiation. It can take YouTube clips and create activities based off that. Anything that you really want to do, it's kind of set up ready to go. And when we get to the create activities, that's where I'm going to show you some of those little hidden gems and things in there. So it works within all of those tools. So you'll see there you can launch Brisk from within all of those. So if I'm in a Google slide, I can launch the Brisk button and it will actually pop out all of those menus there for me, ready to go within my Google Slides. Same with a website. If I'm on a website, if I want to take that information and use it to create something, I can open up Brisk and actually use it to create something right there from within the website. So I don't have to copy and paste or, select what I want and take it somewhere else. I can actually launch Brisk from within that website and use that to help me create what I need. So everyday tasks, I can automate my routines, automate what I'm doing, help me really quickly to get on top of what I'm trying to do and, work smarter because I've got so many things I need to do in my brain, happening right there and then, which is amazing. And what I like is that it's not an app. Like I don't have to head anywhere. It launches from within the products that I'm usually using. Now, this is all new and very exciting. So, Brisk has always been a Google Chrome extension for Google, and all of the Microsoft users were like, "Oh, what about us?" And so, Microsoft is now having Brisk come to it. So, officially launching in August, which is very exciting. So, now everything that you can do with Google as the extension, you can do within Microsoft and Brisk. So if you click on this link here when you get the slides, it will take you to the waitlist that you can sign up for, and then you'll be given first access for Microsoft when it's available, which is very exciting. So I was there for the announcement at ISTE and I was very excited, and the room was very excited too. So if you're sitting here being like, oh, I'm a Microsoft user, they have heard you, they are coming for you. So it will cover all devices, all types, so that everyone can be supported. So that is very exciting. Can't wait for that one. Now, I've got a video here. I'm not going to show it for you, but this essentially summarizes what we just talked about. Now, I have included this here for if you go away or if you're watching this and you want to take this presentation and showcase some other teachers, show it to other teachers in your class or at your school or within your team. You might like to show them this video as well. So I don't want to completely take it away, but essentially this has everything that we just talked about that you might like to showcase them together. So I'm not going to play it, but that is there for you if you're interested. Now, I use a lot of different tools. I have always shared, and it's funny, part of my business, making resources, actually started by sharing teacher technology tips. So I used to just look for resources, apps, ideas to take back to teachers and say, hey, try this, try this. And I always like finding ones that I know are proven and that also are easy for teachers to use. And so that's why I personally use Brisk almost every day, and love what it stands for and love how it works. So some of the easier things, like we've spoken about, simplifying your daily tasks. It can do that. So really simple to use, all in one. You click on Brisk, it launches those activities, or the tools right there and then for you from within what you're working on. And it really does help to automate what you're doing. And when we do get to the create and I show you some of these things, you'll be like, oh my gosh, yes, I can see how it's working for me. How it does enhance my teaching impact, though, is I can use it to help me align some of the things that I'm doing. So when it comes to feedback, I can give it a rubric. So I can upload a rubric. So we're thinking like ESTL. I can upload that rubric and then I can have it provide feedback for me around particular student examples or work that we're doing, being able to give me a grade or be able to give me some feedback around that aligned to the rubric, which is really cool. I can have it create personalized resources and basically take anything from a website and help me make something for it. So there's a lot there it can do, and it is one of the easiest things that teachers can use. I don't like complication. I don't like having to go somewhere, do something, click on a button, do something else. I like to just have it all flowing really easily. And that's one of the reasons why I genuinely love Brisk. And it's when it comes to AI, like I use ChatGPT for image generation. I love how it creates me really fun things. But when it comes to AI tools for me as the teacher, I definitely use Brisk the most. Love your buddy joining in. Oh, Louisa, who do you have with you? Is it your cats? Yeah. Nice. I currently have all of your faces covered, so I just saw the cat. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I just saw the caption come in and I was like, who is she? Is she talking to someone? Nice. So, how do we get started? So, let's go right back to where we go. So, if we are new, this is our first time, and we're like, what do I do first? This is how we're going to get started. So, you are going to, on your device, so a laptop works best or a computer, you're going to head to the Chrome Web Store. So, I've got mine ready to go. And when you get to the Chrome Web Store, you're going to type in Brisk. Okay. So, it's going to take you straight here. And I'm going to shortcut you that in the chat. So, you've got that, you can click on it. Now, because I already have it on my Chrome, mine says remove, but yours will say add. So you're going to click on add, and it's probably going to ask you a couple of questions, and you're going to say yes. And then it's going to sit in your little extension bar up here. So you can see I've got my Brisk one here. I have Bitmoji. I've got Cami. What else do I have? Scribber and my other extensions. So once you click add, it will sit up here for you to be able to find. Then under your extensions, you're going to want to pin it. So what that means is that it's always going to sit here on, ready to go. Of course, if you don't want it on all the time, totally fine. You can click unpin and it will take it away. But I always like to have mine pinned so that it's there, ready to go, turned on, ready for me to just jump into it whenever I need to. Now, let's just jump back here. There might be a couple of questions you might need to ask, or you might have to click like, do I want to install this? Yes, it's just an extension. So it's not an app or anything. It sits up there, up the top of your browser here, ready for you to go. Now, if I actually click on my Brisk logo, it's actually going to take it away. So you'll see it was sitting down here. Now it's gone. So that means if I don't want it on, totally fine. But when I'm ready, I can click it and then it's going to have it back on here. And now the great thing about this is that I can actually move it. So if having it down here kind of bothers you, you can actually move it around into a different place around your screen. So I might have it, over this side if I like, but I genuinely I just like it down there mostly because then I know where I'm heading. So once you've got that in your Chrome extension, that's going to be your first part. You're almost all the way there. Pinning it, having it there is going to be your next part. Now, sometimes there can be issues with Brisk disappearing. So sometimes you might log in and this might not be here and you might be thinking, oh my gosh, where's it gone? Just refresh or come back up here, turn it off and turn it back on again. So, sometimes with technology, it doesn't do what we like. It doesn't do what we want it to do. I always just either turn everything off and restart because we might have like a gazillion tabs open, or we might just need to unpin it and pin it again and then we're good to go. So now I can see mine actually is here ready to go. If I click on it, it's going to launch those options already for me. So see what I mean by it sitting there ready to go. So it's saying, hey, what do you want to do with this? Do I want to create something? Do I want to get some feedback on this beautiful slideshow on Brisk? Do I want to create a student activity? It's already sitting there to help me with my teaching and my actions and what I want to do. So that's your first thing. If that's what you're up to, your first part is to add it to your Chrome bar. Awesome. You might have already done that while I've been talking to get ahead. Fantastic. Now, Microsoft users, remember yours is not currently ready, but it will be very soon. So you'll be able to have it in exactly the same way. You'll be able to add it. You won't add it to your Chrome extension because you don't have Chrome extension, but you're able to have it ready to go, just like yours would be down here, but from Microsoft. Now, then it's going to pick up wherever we are. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to jump straight into showing you where it would be. So here I've created a Google Doc. It's empty, ready to go. It's already sitting here saying, hey, turn me on, pick me, I'm ready to go. Once I click on that, it's then going to launch the tools. Now, it doesn't give me a lot of options to start with right now because there's nothing currently in my Google Doc. So I can't get feedback because there's nothing there. I can't inspect the writing because there's nothing there. And I could create an activity, but we're saving this for the next session. So I'm not going to click on that one. I'm going to click on create, and that's where all of these amazing tools are going to live. So I can literally create anything. So if I'm sitting here thinking, what do I want to do? I don't want a quiz. I don't want an exemplar. I just want to have something random. I can click on this beautiful one here. If I'm having a look through and I'm thinking, oh yes, these are really great. There are a lot in here that you can pick. So if I'm wanting to create some math word problems, an exemplar. I'm wanting to create a decodable text. These are fantastic. They can create decodable text based on the sounds or the spelling patterns that you're looking for. I could create a unit plan. I could create an email. If I'm wanting to send an email to my principal to say something or to share a concern, I might like to have it go through this to give me some tips and tricks. If I'm wanting to create an IEP goal plan. So these are all ready to go. So I can click on those and they're going to help me create something. I am going to show you this very soon. I just want to show you how easy it is to launch those from within Google Docs. Same being YouTube. So I found YouTube here and I'm thinking, okay, cool. I want to create something. It's already sitting down here, ready to go, ready to help me. So if I click on this, I know I see your face, Louisa, like what? I can click create and it's then going to give me some options to create something from this YouTube clip. So I don't have to go and watch it. Brisk actually watches it for me, which is really cool. So I thought I wanted it to make a slideshow. I want it to create me a presentation for my class based on the facts in this video. Let's just do that. Let's jump ahead. Why not? I'm all about tangenting. So let's create a presentation. So I'm going to do second grade. I'm going to create a presentation about this YouTube video. Perfect. How many slides do I want? Let's do 6. Do I want images? Yes, I do. Now, anything else? No, I want it to be in English. Looks good. I'm going to click next. Now I have some themes. So I can look through these already created themes and it will create me one in that style. If I just want it general and I want to format it, I can, or I can click something and have it look pretty. Let's just click this one. Oh, no, let's do snowy. Okay. And then I'm going to click brisket. Now, the first time you ever have to do this is going to ask for permission for your Google Slides to be able to do that. So that's just a full thing there. It comes up and says, do you want us to have access? That's up to you to say yes or no, but it does need access to be able to do that. And then you can see here, it's currently generating all of this content from that YouTube clip. Now, I'm not doing anything. I'm simply just waiting while it's doing its thing. I can click stop generating if I'm like, oh, no, 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 that's not quite right. Or I'm just going to let it do its thing. And it's currently watching that video, getting all the information, all of the facts to put into the slideshow for me. Now it's almost finished. Hopefully I've got my 6 slides there. Perfect. Now I can review this content because we all know that balance with AI, it's 80-20. Yes, it does some work. We still have to go through and check it makes sense. I've got to make sure it was prompted right. Maybe it's got some spelling mistakes. Maybe it's just a whole lot of gobbledygook. That's where I've got to come in. I've got to make sure I check it. I can't just push this out to my kids. I might like to add some more slides. So actually 7 isn't enough. Maybe I want to have 10. I might like to have it add a vocab list or a lesson. So you can actually add on additional things from your first automation that it's doing. So now I'm going to click, I'm going to have a look through. Yep, perfect. Inserted me some images, beautiful. And it even tells me down here for referencing where the image is from. So when we're talking about data and creating content and where does that information come from, it's got that down here for me. Got some more here, some facts, fantastic. And we might use this as an inquiry unit. So I might give them the YouTube clip. We might watch it as a class. I then might give them a slideshow deck. I might say, hey, I want you to go and use some of these facts in a sentence. Or I might want you to go and explore some of these other facts around different parts of the line. I don't know, however you would like to use it. Or I might use Brisk to help me think of some more ideas. I've got this content here ready to go that I can use from that video clip. So super easy. Literally clicked a button, it did all that for me. So it launched those tools right there from within that video. Same thing with a website. So if I was to head to Wikipedia or to a website and I was to search for facts, let's just do that. So let's do facts about lions for kids. So let's click on this first one here. Perfect. Amazing. Yes. So I can see that that Brisk logo has already launched there in my website here. So if I can click on this, I can then create content based on this website. So if I wanted them to write some facts, if I wanted them to summarize, if I wanted it to create a vocabulary list or something, I can do that straight from within the website. So it's all housed from that little button at the bottom there, which is amazing. So yes, we have jumped ahead because I'm all about jumping ahead. I love a good tangent, but just bringing it back right here again, reminding that I can hide that. So if this was a bother, if that is, I need that turned off, I don't want it there unless I'm ready to use it, I can do that by simply clicking that button and then it will turn it off and have that away. And when I'm ready to go or ready to use it, I can turn it back on again and that will appear. So sometimes people don't like having this down here, which is fine. You can turn it off and you can also move it around as well. So those are good things to know. So we're going to, I'm going to head back into a Google Doc and I'm going to create something else with you guys right now. So this is just showing you a few things that you can create. It's one of those ever playing loop videos, but you can create anything. And I mean anything. I've used it to create some real random things. I've used it to help me write some mathematics resources. I've used it to help me with unit plans. Like it literally can help you do anything, which is fantastic. And the great thing is that it is free to use. Now, some of the add-ons are one of the premium paid parts, but I do have a 3-month premium subscription that I can share with you at the end, and that will give you premium access for 3 months for free. So make sure you stay right to the very end so you can see that, which is all good. We all love free stuff as teachers. So I'm going to head back to my Google Doc and I'm going to launch Brisk. So if you'd like to follow along, yes, you can. And we are going to have some playtime very soon for you to just have a go. I'm going to click on the Brisk. I'm going to click Create. Now I'm going to use a math word problem and I'm going to aim it at 3rd grade. Now, in your prompt, I always like to be really specific about what it is I'm looking for because remember, the better your prompt, the more specific you are, the better outcomes you're going to get. So if I just wrote addition to 100 sums, it's going to be very broad. I like to be really prescribed so that you've got that relationship there so you don't have to do more work on the other end, if you get what I mean. So I always write, I am a year 3 teacher in New Zealand. They do need to do work on their Australia-New Zealand relationship. So they, whenever I enter New Zealand, I always get like wallabies and kangaroos and Australian concepts because they seem to think that Australia and New Zealand are together. So I've shared that feedback. But if you're prompting and it starts giving you Australian things, that's because they think we're very similar. It's good fun. So I'm a year 3 teacher in New Zealand. Can you write me some word problems for adding to 100? Can they be cat themed? There we go, Louisa. And I'm going to do 8 questions and can you add in the answers also? So there we go. I've got what I am, so who I am teaching, what am I wanting? I could be more specific. It could be place value, it could be algorithm, it could be rounding and compensating, whatever it is that you're looking for, be prescriptive. How many you want? Do you want the answers? So let's just click brisket. Let's see what it comes up with. And it all automatically saves to your drive. So no matter what you're doing, it will automatically keep a record of that. And you can always go back and have a look as well. So as time goes on, you can be like, oh, what did I do on this one day? Oh, perfect. Look how fast that was. So we've got our questions here. Fluffy's Cat Cafe has 45 toy mice and 55 toy balls. Oh, how fantastic. I can have a look through. I can say, yes, how is this? Yes, not so much. Do I need to make them longer? Do I need to make them shorter? Do I need to add more detail? Would I like to translate it? So if I was in a classroom and I had maybe English second language students, maybe they might speak Chinese or Indian or anything that you have, you can click translate and then it will translate that same document into another language so that I've got my first version in English and I can have another version as well, which I could print out. Now I've got those answers there. I might like to make up an answer sheet as well, or I might just like to have them there just to check because I know that AI and mathematics, they do not always get along. Sometimes I like to give you the wrong answers. So always check mathematics, especially as you're getting to like year 7 and 8. Sometimes it's like thinks that it's right. It's not right. And I know that from past experience where I got it to help me write a maths resource and then my husband checked it and he was like, this doesn't make sense. And it was because it had tried to trick me. So don't rely on it. So I've got my answers there. I can have a look. Fantastic, amazing. I might like to print that out. I might like to have that as an activity, or I could just use this for my teaching. So if I wanted to have some problems ready to go, I've got that there. I'm going to show you one more create as well. I'm going to click to create. I'm going to come down to, where is my favorite one? Decodable text. I went right past it. So here in decodable text, under short vowels, it's going to give you a whole lot of different spelling patterns or phonics or different things that you're wanting to have in your decodable text. So I'm just going to click short vowels and I'm just going to write me a decodable text using short CVC words only around cats. Louisa, it's a theme, and only using the short A. Let's see what it does. So it's quite general, decodable text, only around cats. Don't know if it's going to be able to do much. Let's just see. Short CVC words with the short A. I'm just going to make this first grade. Let's just have a look. Let's just see what it does. Loving the cat theme. I know, it's your cat's fault. Oh, perfect. Here we go. So the cat and the rat. Oh, look, and it's even given me notes. How fantastic. So I can have a look here. So the cat and the rat. Sam the cat sat. A fat rat ran. Sam the cat ran. The rat ran fast. Sam ran and ran. The rat had a nap. Oh my gosh, all the like CVC words are blending together. You get the gist. So I've got that there. I've got my word list. It's then got some notes for me. So I could make this into a text. I could print this off, make it a lot bigger, have that as another decodable text rotation. I might like to send it home. I know that if we're using some of the decodable text, we don't always send them home because they're quite expensive. We could be creating some decodable text to help us alongside. So what I am going to do now is I'm going to give you 5 minutes. I'm going to play some magical music as well, just to have an explore, just to create, okay? I literally just want you to click buttons and have a go. If you aren't sure what you want to create, that's where this beautiful create anything button comes in. So sometimes they don't fit into one of these categories, and most of the time I actually just use this. Just click on that one, and then it sort of opens the channels a little bit for you to just have a go. Just do it. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes. I'm going to play some beautiful magical music in the background. I'm going to have a play too. I'm just going to create some stuff, and I want you to just have a go making something or doing something with this particular tool, with the create tool. At the end, in 5 minutes, we're going to come back. I'd love for you to share in the chat what you did or how you found it. And then we'll circle back in 5 minutes. Right, let me put my music on. I'm going to mute myself, but I'm going to keep screen sharing so you can see what I'm doing. You might like to get some tips or some ideas. Just have a go. And yeah, I'll see you in 5 minutes. All right, that was 5 minutes. How did we go? Did anyone give it a go or try something? I did quite a few things. I even wrote a resignation letter from a job that I don't have. I also created a vocabulary slide deck. So if I was doing volume, I created a slide deck here with some keywords. And also did a 3 unit plan volume after my decodable texts. Would love to hear if you gave it a go, tried something, or even just watched me and was like, "Wow, that was really cool." Some key thinking or takeaways from that little time there. You could honestly spend all day just sitting there trying new things and giving things a go. Giving things a go. Oh, look at you go, Danielle. Made a basic facts test for tomorrow and took some writer's toolbox writing and worked on some feedback. Fantastic. Got it to create a unit plan for simple machines and an assessment rubric. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. See, look at you guys go. Sometimes it's just having the time to just give it a try, right? You know what I mean? Like we're just so busy during the day. It's like, yeah, I'll try that later. You've had some time right now to give it a go. So well done, you guys. Amazing. And if you didn't want to share, but you did something, well done, you too as well. Awesome. So for the rest of the session, before you go, just got a couple of things to touch on because we will have some Q&A time at the end because I know teachers love to ask questions as well. Really quickly about Brisk safety. So obviously lots of concerns from AI in general. People are very, unsure. They're on edge about whether they want to use it. And of course, finding the right tool for you is really important. Also knowing about whether it is safe and secure as well. So if you click on this link here, once you get the slides, it will take you to where all of the privacy statements are and all around what they're doing behind the scenes to help make sure Brisk is safe and secure for students and also for teachers as well, so that there's no breach of data or anything like that, and that they are constantly thinking about student safety is one of their paramount missions in Brisk. So if that's a real thing for you about knowing around the security part, please do check that out there. As I know that lots of people have questions about AI and AI generative, information and apps and websites and stuff like that. So please do make sure you go and check that one out. Just really quickly, the 3 subscription plans. So there is the free version, which you can do a lot on it. There are a few parameters, but in terms of general like ideation and creating things to support you in the classroom, you can do all of that with Brisk. If you are wanting the upgrade, there is this link here, which I will shortcut for you in the chat here. And if you click on that and click activate, it will add 3 months premium to your account. If you have already previously clicked on it before, you don't get 3 new months. It's only like first time click on it. So if you want to wait, Louisa, until Microsoft comes out and then click on it, you could do. Otherwise, if you've got different accounts, you might like to set it up and use it with different email addresses so that you get lots and lots of free version. But there are 3 months there. There is a school version as well if you're interested in using it across your school and then having it there that is done on a quote basis from the team in America. So I can't help you with that. But these are 3 different levels there as well. And of course, they have webinars, more webinars and bite-sized videos like this playlist here on YouTube. And of course, a whole lot of resources on the website. I have a couple on my website too now, and this is the first of a 3-part series. So I am doing 2 more. Let me come back to that. I'm doing 2 more. So in 2 weeks' time, the next one is on Brisk Boost, which is amazing. It's life-changing as well. And then the last one, the part 3, is around teach smarter and go further. So more tips and tricks, all of the other tools in Brisk that we didn't get to today. So let me just launch mine to show you the other tools. So that's the give feedback, the inspect writing, and the change level. So there are so many more things we didn't get to today. 45 minutes goes really fast. And I did just want to quickly jump back to these ones. If you are interested in learning more about Brisk, of course, please do check out out their community. They do get, you've got their little certificates that you can work towards, which I know people love, and they love a little online community. So those are there too. And then there's also the Brisk story. So if something resonated with you today and you're like, this is so great, please do go share it, and have a look over there for that. But questions, we have 7 minutes for questions. So if there's something that you are like, yes, please show me, or I'd like to see this again, or anything to do with Brisk, hopefully I'll have the answers, but please pop that in. Do we get the recordings as we have staff meetings on those dates? Yes. So if you have registered, which a lot of, so there was 64 registrations for today, and a lot of people couldn't come because they were at staff meetings, which is great. I was like, Monday should be fine. Yeah, Monday, rookie mistake, that's my bad. So if you do have a staff meeting, just make sure you register, and then all of like this recording link is going to come out in an email tonight to any email that registered. So register for part 2 and part 3, and then after those ones, you'll just get the recording like tonight as well. So there were quite a few people who couldn't be here, apart from you amazing 7 friends, which is fantastic. But you'll get the recording again as well. So if you're thinking, oh, there was something today that I love, you might like to show in your team, or from the other 2, you'll be able to get those recordings as well. Any other questions? It's a really important question though too. I had someone email me before and she was like, I can't make it. Will I get the recording? Yes, you will. Don't worry. And because it's, so many people have different things on, and like Wednesdays I'm at uni and Thursday, Friday. So yeah. So next term, if I do some more webinars, I'll make sure they're on different days, not Mondays. Anything else? No. Amazing. Just doing some quiet stalling just in case someone is typing out a lengthy message. Sometimes people don't type as fast as I speak, which is fine. Main takeaways from today is add it to your bar, your Chrome extension, pin it on. Try the create anything. It will literally help you save so much time, automate all of your work, and just give it a go. Just have a play. And then in 2 weeks, we're going to delve a little bit deeper, because the Brisk Boost is all of the student side. So this is the teacher side, all of the tools here, how it launches over here. The Brisk Boost is the student side. So that's where you can create opportunities to bring this into the classroom for your students. So really cool. It's going to be way different because it's all about the student, but really, really awesome. Danielle, no questions, just looking forward to having a play. Oh, you're so amazing. I miss you, Danielle. So I used to work with Danielle at my first job a long, 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 long time ago, and I haven't seen Danielle in ages, but she's such a cool lady. I hope you're doing well. It's so nice to connect with you again. Fantastic. Well, there's the 2 sessions again. Click on those registration links if you're interested, making sure you're coming to those. Otherwise, just a massive thank you for coming along today on a Monday. I appreciate your time. I will send you the recording. Any questions, please do email me or message me. Just don't text me because someone's done that before and I was like, how did you get my number? So an email works or an Instagram message, that's fine.